Dawn is Dawn is good.
You're listening to Akira, the Dawn artist, DJ, Wave Lord, and architect of the Meaningwave universe.
Whoa, mama! Aquí Tiedo. Estoy aquí, en la casa. Estoy en la casa. Estoy encima de la casa. Vroom, vroom. Make some noise, brothers and sisters. We're going in. All about the good shit. Wave Rider is Super Request Show time. Let's go.
Akira.
Let's go. Whoa. Yeah, suitably dramatic. Boom, boom. Yeah, baby, let's go. Here we go. All that. Welcome, brothers and sisters, to the Meaningwave Live Super Request Show. It's the show where you get to request your ultimate Meaningwave track list. When? People have been saying, Akira the Dawn, when is the Super Request Show coming back? When is it on again? I tell you, it is on now. That is the answer to your question. It is now. Super chat your request, get it played. Axel Stacks already did. He got in early. What a guy. Boom! Waves up! Waves up! What up, everybody locked in? Who are? It's one of the ones that just got back from the gym. As always, my brain isn't working properly. It'll take a little bit for me to get into regular human being mode, I imagine. Hello, Shecky. Hello, Full Killer. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Chad. Hello, Cedric Sash. Hello, Casey. Hello, Message Jester. Hello, Coach Chief. Vroom. Dubendorf Chris. Axel. Hello. All of you all, bienvenidos. It's the Super Request Show. Let's go. I got my electrolyte. We got a nice view out the spaceship. It's a beautiful day to be alive. Shabba!
Meaningwave, because music is everything.
These stories of mythology are simply trying to express a truth that can't be grasped any other way.
I'll be damned.
It's the edge, the interface between what can be known and what is never to be discovered, because it is a mystery transcendent of all human research. The source of life. What is it? No one knows. It's important to live life with a knowledge of its mystery and of your own mystery. And it gives life a new zest, a new balance, a new harmony to do this. What is it that life is? I find thinking in mythological terms has helped people visibly. It erases anxieties, puts them in accord with the inevitables of their life, and they can see the positive value of what, the negative aspects of what is positive. It's whether you're going to say no to the serpent or yes to the serpent. It's easy as that. No to the serpent or yes to the serpent. The adventure of being alive, of living. It's whether you're going to say no to the serpent, yes to the serpent. It's easy as that. No to the serpent, yes to the serpent. The adventure of being alive, of living. Dragons represent greed, really. The European dragon guards things in his cave, and what he guards are heaps of gold and
Virgins.
Can't make use of either of them, but he just guards. There's no vitality of experience, either of the value of the gold or of the female who is guarding there. Psychologically, the dragon is one's own binding of oneself to one's ego, and you're captured in your own dragon cage. The power of the psychiatrist is to break that dragon, open him up, so that you can have a larger field of relationships. It's whether you're going to say no to the serpent or yes to the serpent. It's easy as that. No to the serpent or yes to the serpent. The adventure of being alive, of living. Whether you're going to say no to the serpent, yes to the serpent.
As easy as that.
No to the serpent, yes to the serpent. The adventure of being alive, of living. The real dragon is in you. That's your ego holding you in. What I want, what I believe, what I can do, what I think I love, and all that.
Bienvenidos, Leticia Mendoza Macedo.
Aim of my life and so
Welcome to level 1.
too small.
Wonderful to see you.
It might be that which pins you down.
Whoa!
And if it's simply that of doing what the environment tells you to do, it certainly is pinning you down. The environment is your dragon as it reflects within yourself.
As it reflects
within yourself.
As it reflects.
It's whether you're going to say no to the serpent or yes to the serpent.
Hey. As easy as that.
No to the serpent or yes to the serpent. The adventure of being alive, of living. Whether you're going to say
no
to the serpent, yes
or yes.
to the serpent.
As easy as that.
No to the serpent, yes to the serpent. The adventure of being alive. It's whether you're going to say no to the serpent or yes to the serpent.
Yeah. King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table type beats.
Yes.
Nobody ever noticed, I don't think.
Being alive, living.
Like, part of the sonic vibe of this album, Mythos, Joseph Campbell talks a lot about Arthurian legend, Leander,
Yes.
and stories, and how it, he was very into all that sort of thing. And part of the sound that I crafted for Campbell had an aspect of that in it. Knights of the Round Table type beats.
Adventure of being alive, living. Whether you're going to say no to the serpent, yes to the serpent.
There's medieval folk swag in there.
Is that no to the serpent, yes.
Dragon slaying type beats.
Adventure of being alive. No to the serpent.
What he said was super request. Woo!
As easy as that.
That's what's up, Axel Stacks. I am the dragon, always happy.
The adventure of being.
I am the dragon, always happy.
Whether you're going to say
Letitia!
yes to the serpent.
Join the channel, is now back in Green Gang. I think Letitia was already in the channel.
No to the
It's got to have been a rejoin.
serpent. The adventure.
Big up for you. Ozzy Smooth, present for historical purposes and always appreciate the ATD music. That's because you smart. We are glad to have you. Shecky says, blessings to everyone watching. I agree. I too will cast blessings upon everybody watching.
Whether you're going to say
Blessings like that.
no to the serpent, yes to the serpent. The adventure of being alive, of living. No to the serpent or yes to the serpent.
Easy as that.
No to the serpent or yes to the serpent. The adventure of being alive, of living. Whether you're going to say no to the serpent, yes to the serpent.
As easy as that.
No to the serpent, yes to the serpent. The adventure of being alive, of living.
Axel Stacks kicked it off. Walking More Poet taking it to that next level. What's up, Walking More Poet? It's good to see you.
see, if you do that, you do at least give yourself a chance. And it may be that when you are in this way freed from busybodiness and being out to improve everything, that your own nature will begin to take care of itself. So you're not getting in the way of yourself all the time. You'll begin to find out the great things that you did are really happening. The great things that you did are really happening. For example, no great genius can explain how he does it. The great things that you did are really happening. Yes, he said, I have learned a technique to express myself. Because I had something in me that had to come out. If I were a musician, I had to learn how music is produced. If I want to describe something, I have to learn a language so that others can understand it. I need a technique. But then beyond that, I'm afraid I can't tell you how it was that I used that technique to express the mysterious thing I wanted to show you. If we could tell people, we would have schools where we would infallibly train musical geniuses, scientific miracle minds. And there would be so many of them, we wouldn't know what to do with them. Geniuses would be a dime a dozen. What? And then we would say, well, these people are after all not very ingenious. You know, PhDs, how many of them are there? Because what is fascinating always about genius is the fellow does something we can't understand. He surprises us. The great things which you are really happening. The great things are really happening. For example, no great genius can explain how he does it. The great things that you do are really happening. How am I to get out of my own? If I boom! Yeah, yeah! We will force the algorithm to ship meaning streams, says Axel Stacks. Yeah, I think so. Walking More Pod, Big One says, good to see you. It's been really one of those great day woo days. It's a great day woo! It is a great day woo. I condition my hair. I only do that once in a blue moon, if that. It's more like once in 2 blue moons, right? I allow natural things to occur with my head for the most part. I have a, my wife was telling her mum, she's like, yeah, he doesn't normally, like, wash his hair. Like, I do wash my hair. She's like, yeah, you know, he uses a system. That's all practice. A scalp bra. I can't even remember what it's called. It's like a plastic, like, rubbery thing. But I don't be putting shampoo and shit on my head. But today I did do a deep conditioning of it. I do that once in a while because, okay, you know, I bleach it and shit goes weird. Anyway, as a result, it's gone all like puffy, and the back has got a strangeness to it. Observe. You see how the moulet flicks like that? It's normally a bit curlier and lighter, I guess, and it's quite fun. I can whip it. Can you hear that? I can whip. I can whip the moulet. I don't know what that would be useful for, but I figure it's going to be useful for something. Something today. Hello, Mike Can, member from 37 months.
37 months of Mike Can. What are your thoughts on Ye's new album? I came away with this point, and Ye is correct. BBTBNJDFOTSYK. Trollface. Back to me. Can you please go fire steal the culture? I understood probably half of that. My thoughts on Kanye's album. It's Kanye, so it has greatness inherent in it. I always find it interesting because we often do similar things in parallel, and he's doing some stuff on there that I'm doing on the new Marcus record in some ways, and some stuff that I'm doing on the next record, which is interesting. I think what he's done, one thing he's done here, at the moment when people had told him that you're not allowed to exist anymore, you're not going to have a career anymore, he did something as unabashedly populist in some aspects, while still being Kanye and doing weird shit. If that makes sense. So I think he went for stuff that would be like what would lyrically be the most lowest common denominator grabbing, that would make him undeniable in areas of a certain kind of cultural and mimetic influence, right? So had he come out talking purely about the stuff he's interested in a certain level, it would have been esoteric and not played and things of that nature. But he came out with something kind of unabashedly populist in a certain respect. What is more, relatable than big titty falling out the sky, you know? Kevin Smith would have had to have signed off on that as well, right? Surely. It's interesting. You couldn't get Backstreet Boys cleared, but you got Kevin Smith to clear a Dogma movie sample. That's interesting. Anyway, yeah, that's some of my thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts. BBTBNWJFOTSK. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's an acronym for the song Back to Me. Yes, of course, that makes sense. Yes. Multiverse Media Space is trying to commercialize it. It's undeniably commercial. It's therefore the biggest album in the world currently, and has a couple of like insanely massive singles. One of them's got a literal football stadium chorus. You know. So that was smart. It was also smart that he had backup. He did it with somebody else in name and support with Ty, so it wasn't just. So he's like, look, I've got people with me. I'm not just on my own here. I've got gang. Anyway, yeah, shout out to Kanye. Chris Champagne, Monday, Fun Day, Godspeed, Wave Lord. Yeah! Exactly. Great day, Woo. You might not have noticed, because maybe you didn't tune into a stream since Thursday, we launched a campaign. We launched a campaign for the Marcus Aurelius album. And today, we blessed the campaign with Better Than Justice, so you can go listen to it. You don't have to rewind bits of streams to hear when I played it. If you go to the campaign, let me rewind it, refresh it. We had 23 backers last time I looked on here. And we've now got... Yeah, we got 27 backers now. Shouts out to our 27 backers. But if you check here, look, see, Marcus Aurelius, Akira the Don, Better Than Justice. No. We got a lyric video. Look, we got a lyric video on here. And I'll probably publish this to main YouTube. But it's on here for now. Look at that shiny.
If you discover in life anything better than justice, self-control, truth and courage in this life, anything better than a mind satisfied.
Yeah! Anyway, that's fire, right? Yes, that's fire. So you can go check that out. Hit the link in the description. And you can go check out that on the Indiegogo. And you can also back the campaign, which is to get Meditations Volume 2, to get it light. To give it light, right? What we want to make music videos for it that are amazing and epic, like the music, because the music is epic and amazing. We want to do marketing right? We want to do some of that focused marketing, use some of those powers, those superpowers that they use to like try and sell you like butt bleaching kits or whatever it is. We want to use that for good and get the people who would love this music and do not know it exists, get it to them. You know it exists, but most people don't, right? You are very much in the minority. You are the bleeding edge, right? You are the radical, cool people. You are the underground. But most people who would really benefit from Meaningwave don't know it exists, and that's just messed up. So we want to change that. And what the other thing we want to do? Here's the other thing we want to do. We want to take advantage of invitations. I've had invitations, you see, to go on TV shows and podcasts, like big ones, that I've not been able to do because I wasn't allowed in the USA. I'm now allowed in the USA. So the aim for raising funds on this campaign is so I can go to the USA, travel around the USA, spread the message of Meaningwave and of Meditations Volume 2. And then step 4, I think you'll like this, with Akira traveling to the US to make appearances and to sign your CDs for this campaign, because that's what we'll be doing. Well, I'll be going to our fulfillment center and signing stuff. We would also like to arrange a Meaningwave meetup. Right? Meaningwave meetup. And dare we dream, Meaningwave live performance in the flesh. Wouldn't that be cool? Or should I say, won't that be cool? All right, so that's what we're aiming to do with this campaign. The live show meetup type thing, that's part of a stretch goal, which we haven't isolated the exact stretch goal. We have to get past our initial funding goal first, which is just the basics to pay for the manufacture of the stuff. Yeah, but anyway, so that's what we're doing, in case you didn't know, with this campaign. We're raising funds to make Meditations 2 the biggest Meaningwave release yet. So if you would like to support us in this endeavor, then hit the hit the link in the description or the pinned comment, right? And let's make this thing big! Let's make this thing go boom! And can we have a happy birthday for Scoops? Says Chad. Can we have a happy birthday for Scoops? Feliz cumpleaños, mi amigo. Eddie Lane says, live Meaningwave, let's go. Scoops, birthday Scoops says, meet up. Yeah, right, why not be cool? A dream within a dream, says Mike Camp. Andrew Pullman says, come to Australia. I'd love to. I would love to. So yeah, that's what we're up to. Cannot do it without you. And that's why we're doing a crowdfunding campaign. For the crowd to fund the campaign. Boom! Better than justice. Let's go. Bo, bo, bo. Miss anything? Scoops, you got a birthday request. Scoops, what's your birthday request? Tell me now while I'm looking at the chat. Actually, Wifey's in the chat. Wifey, can you find out what Scoop's birthday request is? And message me if I don't see it in the chat. Thank you, beautiful Wifey. Yeah.
Of the Meaningwave. You're listening to Akira, the Don, artist, DJ, Wave Lord, and architect of the Meaningwave universe.
Why would I put my job on the line to have an opinion? I know why.
Come on!
Because the ability to speak your truth is the bulwark against hell.
Chinchilla in Manila, what's up?
That's nothing. That's nothing compared to where things can go when they go badly. For me, it was just preventative. It's like, this isn't going in a good direction. Well, should you take a risk? It's like, you don't have that choice. You're silent? That's a risk. Now, most people don't understand the risks of silence. I happen to understand the risks of silence because I've been studying them for 40 years. It's my language. I'll take responsibility for what I say. I am not saying your words.
What's up, Haley Lloyd?
It's my language. I'll take responsibility for what I say. I am not saying your words. I know where corruption of speech leads. And I'm not going there. And you know, one of the things I tried to learn when I was taking apart what happened in Auschwitz and trying to put myself in the position of an Auschwitz camp guard, which, by the way, you can do if you use your imagination a bit. I wouldn't call it exactly the world's most pleasant meditative experience. You can conjure that part of yourself up if you want, and that'll teach you something about what you're like. People don't do it because it's too frightening. But I know perfectly well that I could do that sort of thing. And so once I learned that I could do that sort of thing, and maybe that I could even enjoy it, I thought, okay, fine, I get it. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to live so that if that opportunity was presented to me, I wouldn't take it. It's my language. I'll take responsibility for what I say. I'm not saying your words. It's my language. I'll take responsibility for what I say. I'm not saying your words. And I think that's the lesson that people need to learn from the 20th century. That's what human beings did, okay? Well, we're all human, okay? So how is it that we should live so that we don't do that again? Well, part of that is to try to say the truth. Part of that is to try to say the truth. No matter what.
No matter what. No matter what.
Because the alternative is worse. And it is worse.
Yeah.
It's my language. I'll take responsibility for what I say. I'm not saying your words. It's my language. I'll take responsibility for what I say. I'm not saying your words.
I'm not saying no words. It's my language. I'll take responsibility for what I say. Saying no words. Meaningwave, JBP and ATD, that classic combo. What a great record that is. And I really like the video for this as well, as if I recall. It had samples from Attack on Titan on it. One of my favorite Eren period. My favorite period of Eren. The pre-idiot period. I don't consider that canon, I've decided. What's up, Ian Bay? Yay! Thank you for the NZ10. You cutie says no request. No request. I just wanted to thanks. So thanks for keeping me company while I finish up a long day fixing up an old air compressor at work. Meeting is the way! Meeting is the way! It is! That was very well said. Shouts out to you. And the air compressor. Getting after it. Big up everyone locked in. What's up? Henry Garcia, say the truth no matter what. Exactly. No matter what. No matter what. No matter what. Yeah! It's a beautiful day to be alive. It's the Meaningwave Live Super Request Show. Super Request your song. and get it played. Meaningwave. This is a birthday song. Feliz cumpleaños, Scoops!
Consummation of grief. I even hear the mountains, the way they laugh, up and down their blue sides, and down in the water, the fish cry, and all the water is their tears. I listen to the water on nights I drink away, and the sadness becomes so great. I hear it in my clock. It becomes knobs upon my dresser. It becomes paper on the floor. It becomes a shoehorn, a laundry ticket. It becomes cigarette smoke climbing a chapel of dark vines. It matters little. Very little love is not so bad, or very little life. What counts is waiting on wall. I was born for this. I was born to hustle roses down the avenues of the dead. I was born for this. I was born to hustle roses down the avenues of the dead. Yeah! I was born for this. I was born to hustle roses down the avenues of the dead. I was born for this. I was born to hustle roses down the avenues of the dead. The dead.
What? This is a birthday song.
The chalk faces smile as Mrs. Death laughs, as political landscapes dissolve, as the oily fish spit out their oily prey. We are born like this, into hospitals which are so expensive that it's cheaper to die. Into lawyers who charge so much. It's cheaper to plead guilty. Into a country where the jails are full and the madhouses closed. Into a place where the masses elevate fools into rich heroes. They're born into this, walking and living through this, dying fingers reach toward an unresponsive God. The fingers reach for the bottle, the pill, the powder. We are born into this sorrowful deadliness. There will be open and unpunished murder in the streets. It will be guns and roving mobs. Land will be useless. Food will become a diminishing return. Nuclear power will be taken over by the many. Explosions will continually shake the earth. Radiated men will eat the flesh. Radiated men. The rotting bodies of men and animals will stink in the dark wind. And there will be the most beautiful silence never heard. Born out of that, the sun hidden there, awaiting the next chapter.
Akira the Don.
Happy birthday, Scuba, say two. That was a happy birthday song. Some of you all might have been here when Hercules was on. He was DJing and he put this on, and then he was like, "Oh, this is horrible. This isn't Meaningwave. Radiated flesh. What?" Speaking of radiated flesh,
the tree is carbon. Where did that come from? That comes from the air. It's carbon dioxide from the air. People look at trees and
Shecky, what's up?
The plants grow out of the ground. But if you ask where the substance is, you find out where does it come from. Trees come out of the air. They surely come out of the air. No, they come out of the air. No, they come out of the air. The carbon dioxide in the air goes into the tree and it changes it, kicking out the oxygen and pushing the oxygen away from the carbon and leaving the carbon substance with water. Water comes out of the ground. Only it came out of the air, didn't it? It came down from the sky. So in fact, most of the tree, almost all of the tree is out of the ground. I'm sorry, it's out of the air. Now, of course, I told you the oxygen and carbon stick together very tight. How is it the tree is so smart and that carbon dioxide, which is the carbon oxygen, nicely combined and undo it? Life has some mysterious foot. No, the sun is shining. And it's the sunlight that comes down and knocks this oxygen away from the carbon. So it takes sunlight to get the plant to work. And so the sun, all the time, is doing the work of separating the oxygen away from the carbon. The oxygen is some kind of terrible byproduct, which it spits back into the air and leaving the carbon and water and stuff to make the tree. Then when we take the substance of the tree and stick it in the fireplace, there's all the oxygen made by these trees. And all the carbon would much prefer to be close together again. And once you let the heat to get it started, it continues and makes an awful lot of activity while it's going back together again. And all this nice light and everything comes out. And everything is being undone. You're going back to carbon and oxygen, back to carbon dioxide. And the light, the heat that's coming out, that's the light energy of the sun that went in. The sun that went in. So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn the log. So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn the log.
So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn the log. So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn the log.
So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn the log. So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn the log. So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn the log.
What's up?
So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn the log.
Yeah, that's right, baby. Make some noise for Richard Feynman. He's fine man. It's a fine day. It's a fine time to be alive. I can't see go. What a vow. Sharing meaning waves to a fellow human struggling with their mind. Smart and wise. Free consciousness. Akira, I want to see you on Lex Friedman podcast talking about the Marcus Aurelius wave. That's a good idea. You should tell him that that's what should happen. You should all do that. You should all be telling your favorite podcasters that they should be talking to Akira the Don about Meditations Volume 2. You definitely should. And, because we are crowd fundraising, and part of that is to get me to the US so I can, A, sign your CDs, B, go on podcasts. All right, so A, go back that campaign. B, email, message, tweet your favorite podcaster. Operation Meditations to the World. Axel Stacks, you beauty!
People lose because they think it's going to happen fast when life is long.
Turn it, Jack Green!
And so I've been spending a lot of...
Free consciousness says he blocked me. Right, you follow Sam Hyde.
Who's winning?
Life is suffering, huh?
Winning is the person that likes what they do.
Yo!
It's true. How many more
fool killer
do I have to hang out with that are going to take their life or in deep depression or doing drugs and...
Zach Steps, what's up?
Pain?
DJ DII, what's up?
2.3 million.
CH, what's up? Andrew Wells, what's up?
Happiness.
Jesse Rovig, what's up? Bienvenidos.
And how many people do I have to hang out with that make $87,000 a year that sell Smurf t-shirts on the internet and love fucking life? Shit's getting very...
Yeah, Axel Stacks, you beauty.
Getting
appreciate you
now, but shit's getting very clear to me. It's pattern recognition. Life is very basic. We make it unbelievably complicated. We're unbelievably products of the DNA and the parents and the environment we grew up on. And we have to really understand that so we know how to navigate the next step. I don't hear any of you. Let me say it one more time. I don't hear any of you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. How many people here fuck with my content and they love it? Let me hear you. Can't hear you.
Mellow Fool Killer. Gary V. I can't hear you. Chinchilla in Manila. ¿Por qué?
Anyone do drugs when they could just mow a lawn? Why would anyone do drugs when they could just mow a lawn?
Chinchilla in Manila. Turn that Jack Green! Appreciate you, baby. Just dropped a bunch of subs on the chat in the manner of a butterfingered watchmaker, maybe.
When they could just
a generous man. Stephen got one. Renat's got one. James M. Lawson got one. Al Ray Bros Radio. And Monica Tiegan. Bienvenidos.
Why would anyone do drugs when they...
Always look for the helpers. There will always be helpers. Chinchilla in Manila. Chinchilla in Manila. Chose this song. Drop themselves. Lane Bear, yay. No lawn MFs out here need to smoke up the real grass. With a Briggs and Stratton. Axel Stagg says, it frustrates me when Susan won't give someone who is actively chatting the membership log. It is weird. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't, right? Rhyme nor reason.
Do drugs when they could just mow along.
Rhyme nor reason, there is none. Yeah! Chinchilla in Manila also chose this. This has got a little Easter egg in it for what's happening right now.
Merry fucking Christmas, it's that Goggins flow. Ho ho ho, action bias, go go go. Miss me with that so-so show. Y'all already know that. Broadcasting live from Don Studios in Mexico. There you go, riding around a calle in the back of a truck with Hercules, who's 8 years old. He be like, I love my life. I be like, yo, Tambia, me too. I also love my life. I love my people, love my music, love my son, I love my wife. I love the way that always there's adventure to be found. When you follow in that path of meaning, me, I lean into the sun. Don't need no reason or no motivation to figure that out. I've been up in the zone for years and I ain't coming down. I'm in exile, trapping out the Airbnb. Turned the casa into Don Studios 23, or is it 24? I don't even know no more. Moved around so much, it's like my family and me live on tour. I was in LA before. Tom Hanks and his cronies shut down all the clubs I DJ'd in and unleashed all them phonies. Fucked the whole hood up, smashed the windows, set the place ablaze. I could see the worst was coming, so we went our separate ways.
Merry Christmas.
That place to hell, but as for us, we went to Texas. Brisket for breakfast, deer shitting on the lawn. Nice change from crackers, chopping wood up in my garage. Home Depot daily, built a studio that people pay me, cause I put the meaning in the music like no one before. Working on meditation spot 2 while I sum my bro. Checking for updates from the lawyer, read a visa. Alien on meditation spot 2 while I sum my bro. Working on meditation spot 2 while I sum my bro. Working on meditation spot 2 while I sum my bro. Working on meditation spot 2 while I sum my balls. Working on meditation spot 2 while I sum my balls.
Yeah, I've been working on Meditations Part 2 since Texas.
Working on meditation spot 2
since Texas. This album been a long time coming.
The lawyer read a visa. Alien of extraordinary ability.
Pleased to meet ya.
Rap game Nietzsche. Told you this was coming back in 03, not a bug.
It's a feature.
People that purport to lead you say you can't work to feed you. Family, and now we need you to give up your freedom. You trade security for freedom, you deserve it neither. But you secure now in the chains they gave you ancient. Jesus coming soon, someone best be coming soon. Baby, no one's coming soon. Maybe it is you that must save you. But what do I know, man? I'm just a humble beat farmer. Better to be a warrior in a garden than be a gardener. In the war as I got crazy, I got calmer and trained harder so I can whip ass like that llama.
Really whips the llama's ass.
We left the UK, made the USA our home, but now we stuck outside like E.T. But we ain't dealing with the devil, no you cannot have my soul. There's a rubber in the road, but that's out of my control. You know me, focused exclusively on what's in my control. Existing in the moment, executing systems over goals. Life's as kind as you let it be, so I ain't gon' let it be so. Knowing when to say yes and when to say no. You can say no. You can say no. You can say no. Ay, you can say no. You can say no. You can say no. You can say no. Good baby, love to you and your family.
Yeah, man, like Chinchilla in Manila. Shows that David Goggins flow. Rare Akira the Dawn rap song from a couple years ago. documenting the 2020 to 2022 period, I guess.
Is if somebody wants to stay home, they should stay home. If somebody doesn't want to stay home, you should not be compelled to stay home.
No.
That's my opinion.
Isn't Mother's Day on Sunday?
Somebody doesn't like that. Well,
did I just see that in the chat? Is that true? Oh boy.
The notion though that you can just sort of
which one?
Out everybody.
Is that American Mother's Day?
Fine, it's not true. Obviously. Some people have this absurd view that the economy is like some magic horn of plenty. Like it just makes stuff, whatever. It just there's a magic horn of plenty, and the goods and services they just come from this magic horn of plenty. And then if somebody has more stuff than somebody else, it's because they took more from this magic horn of plenty. Now let me just break it to you, the fools out there. If you don't make stuff, there's no stuff. 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 Yeah. Whoa. So, if you don't make the food, you don't process the food, you don't transport the food, medical treatment, getting your teeth fixed, there's no stuff. I would become detached from reality. You can't just legislate money and solve these things. If you don't make stuff, there is no stuff. If you don't make stuff, there's no stuff. If you don't make stuff, there's no stuff. If you don't make stuff, there's no stuff. If you don't make stuff, there is no stuff. Go, obviously. We'll run out of the stores. Run out of the,
Whoa.
The machine just grinds to a halt.
Grinds to a halt.
If you don't make stuff, there's no stuff. If you don't make stuff, there's no stuff. If you don't make stuff, there's no stuff. If you don't make stuff, there is no stuff. If you don't make stuff, there's no stuff. There's no stuff. If you don't make stuff, there's no stuff. If you don't make stuff,
Yo. Who is that? If you don't make stuff. Free Consciousness said any Elon. That was the Elon I felt appropriate at that moment. That was good, Elon. If you don't flick the mallet. Yo. Appreciate you, shouts out. If you don't make stuff, there's no stuff. And that is why we are making stuff. We're making stuff for the Indiegogo campaign for Meditations Volume DOS. Meditations Volume 2. Long awaited. Been working on it for a long time. I was working on it when we were in Texas in 2021. Can you see? See? That's crazy. I was explaining the process to my son. It blew his little mind. I was showing him all the translations that I was working from to get this album, right? To make this album. I was showing him the 1803 one or whatever it was and the various ones. And he's like looking, he's really interested. He goes, Dada, he goes, if you die and I have to carry on your legacy, do I have to read all this stuff? I said yes, and more, and you should be doing it anyway. I ain't dying, but you need to be legacy, young man. Anyway, so yeah, we're making stuff. One thing we're making is very, very cool. One thing we're making is the mask that I'm wearing on the artwork there. This this amazing mask. You might have seen me DJing on Saturday. I was wearing it during the DJ set. It was very cool. You know, I've always wanted to have an epic mask. You know? Always wanted to have an epic mask, and now I've got an epic mask. I was so excited. And then it dawned on me, oh my goodness, everyone should have this epic mask. This epic mask should go to the world. Imagine like 1,000 wave riders all wearing Marcus Aurelius masks, just like righteously marching or something, you know what I mean? Or just like jumping up and down at a Meaningwave show. Imagine that. Visualize that. Visualize that, by Jove. Anyway, so as part of this campaign, we're making that happen. That stuff that we're making, all right? It's based on the classic bronze fragment currently on display in the Louvre in Paris. The art concept for this record started as an idea in Akira's mind. This used to be in first person, but then my wife was working on it too, and she made it the other person. So now it's like in Akira's mind rather than in mine. But that's true though. It was in Akira's mind a long time ago. A long time ago it was in my mind. When I was doing the first record, you can see it there. I did it in Photoshop essentially. I took a photo of me and I put that fragment in front of my face. So for this record, I did it for real, and I got the mask made, and it's beautiful, and you can own it. All right, as part of this campaign, it's very nice, right? How is it made? It's 3D printed from environmentally friendly and sustainable bioplastic, which then undergoes extensive sanding to achieve a smooth surface before painting. It is then meticulously hand-painted by professional artists, and I can confirm it's amazing. And I love mine; it's great. And you will love yours too, by Jove. And then when we crowd our funds, when we fund our crowds, and we do a show, everyone show up wearing one of these, and it will be crazy. You know what I mean? That's my dream. We all have a dream. You know what I mean? Everyone's got their own dream. Martin had a dream. You know, Kendrick Lamar had a dream. Kendrick Lamar's dream was that he would do a big show and he would say the dreaded N-word and make it part of the chorus so everyone sings along. And he'd get a bunch of kids on stage to sing along with him, and then he'd make one of them feel really bad about themselves for singing along with the chorus. That was Kendrick Lamar's dream. My dream is different. My dream is for to do an amazing show in the US, because that's where most of you are, and I want to do shows everywhere else as well. But to do a show, and there's loads of you there, and it's all exciting, and we have a lovely time, and everyone's got amazing Marcus Aurelius masks, and we look epic. That's my dream! So help make that dream a reality, and hit the link in the description, or the pinned chat, and go back the campaign today. Meditations Volume 2. Meditations to the world! Meditations to the world! Or as Jocko would say, just go do it.
Yeah, recently I've been trying to get a little bit more into
just go do it.
Kind of just motivation, because then at least
Wow, that was a very professional segue, wasn't it? Multiverse Media Space, this one's for you.
Age that Akira, just like, okay, I want to do this.
Go!
I call that going on offense. Instead of being on defense, you just go on offense. I'm gonna make some stuff happen.
Hey!
That's a good attitude when you think about thinking about doing it.
Go!
Just go do it.
Don't waste time.
Thinking about doing it, just go do it. Don't waste time. Thinking about doing it, just go do it.
Don't waste time.
Thinking about doing it, just go do it. Thinking about doing it, just go do it. Thinking about doing it, just go do it.
Don't waste time.
Just go do it. Yeah. Don't waste time thinking about even what you're gonna do at the gym. Just go to the gym and figure it out when you get there. I always tell people you can't sit around and wait until you're motivated to do something.
Do something.
If you sit around waiting until you're motivated to do something, who knows when that's gonna come? It may come, but it may not. Get out. And it may only come twice a week. And if it's only coming twice a week, that's a lot less than you actually need. So you don't wait. You don't wait. You just put the discipline on. Thinking about doing it.
Just go do it.
Don't waste time. Thinking about doing it. Just go do it.
Don't waste time.
Thinking about doing it. Just go do it. Thinking about doing it.
Just go do it.
Thinking about doing it.
Just go do it.
Don't waste time. Thinking about doing it. Just go do it. Don't waste time. Thinking about doing it. Just go do it. Don't waste time. Thinking about doing it. Just go do it. Thinking about doing it. Just go do it. Thinking about doing it.
forget that hitter. Oh, sit down, sit down next to me. Great fun beat on this tune, says Casey. We gotta get you to Red Rocks in Denver, says Mowgli. LMFAO, did Kendrick Lamar really do that? LMAO, yes he did. There's some poor little white girl. Pulled her up on stage to sing the chorus. And she did. And he made the DJ stop the record and then scolded her. It's the most fucked up shit of all sides. What a fucking crazy thing to do. What an absolute cock. Incredible. You kind of almost have to respect it if it wasn't so evil. Evil.
America's preachers tell me that there is no sermon
Kimberly Novinsky
with less enthusiasm than a sermon about sin.
already mentioned to Tim Pool that you should grace them with your presents.
If we're talking about a secular sermon on the
That's because you're smart and wise, and we appreciate you.
Akira, pregnant skyline of America was set in place one brick at a time. Now that represents a lot of calluses. America the Beautiful is not an accomplished fact guaranteed to remain intact. God shed his grace on thee, to be sure, but this was wasteland when God had it to himself. He handed man a hoe and said, you want another Eden? All right, earn it. And all that's necessary for the weeds to take over again is for you and me to lay down that hoe.
Don't lay down that hoe.
Work. Hard work. There is no gospel less popular than the gospel of hard work. Work. Hard work. There is no gospel less popular. Get to work.
Go.
Get to work.
Go.
We tell our young people how our country was carved out of the wilderness. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Our nation was hammered and hoed and chopped and dug, sawed and clawed out of the wilderness by barehanded men who asked nothing for nothing. America did not start out with an agricultural production of the awe and envy of the world. It was seeded first by sod-busting farmers who fought Indians and ranchers and cold and heat and drought and bugs and flood and one another. The fruited plain sprang forth from barren acres only after they had been watered with a lot of sweat. Work. Hard work. There is no gospel less popular than the gospel of hard work. Hard work. There is no gospel less popular. Get to work. I guess what I'm saying is that the more history I study, the more certain I am that there is one fertilizer essential to the survival of civilization, and that fertilizer is sweat. And I don't mean perspiration, I mean the kind of steamy, streamy, salty sweat that's wrung from a man by hard physical work. Somehow, the sweat gets into the soil of a farm or a factory or a city or a state or a nation, and everything thereabouts grows tall and strong and tough enough to stand against any storm. But the day the sweat dries up, the soil dries up. And whole civilizations are buried in dust. Work. Hard work. There is no gospel less popular than the gospel of hard work. Work. Hard work. There is no gospel less popular. Get to work.
Kimberly Novinsky requested this. It's Hard Work with Paul Harvey. Vocal sample from 1964, I believe. The great Paul Harvey makes some noise for.
Merry Christmas.
It's a banger.
ancestor's sacrifice worthwhile today?
Well, have you, punk?
Meaningwave, have you made your ancestor's sacrifice worthwhile today?
Hard work. Come on! This song got so many little sneaky samples in it, it's great. Not one of them are fundamental to the tune. They are a beautiful garnish. You gotta catch them all. Oh!
Work.
Hard work. Work!
Hard work. Get to work.
Yeah. This is one of my favorites because, like, this was sonically, I was going for like Kirsty McCall in like 1989 type vibes. For whatever reason. Shecky says yes. Casey says yes, I have made my ancestors' sacrifice worthwhile. Code Chief says I want that ringtone. That would be a good ringtone, huh? I've got so many of them. I need to deploy them more often. I usually save them for mixtapes, but lately I've been using them during the streams. They are great. Stubo says work. Chad says this is my work song when I feel lazy. Shecky says this is a yummy tune. Mowgli says I want to go see Dune Part 2. People are saying it's good, aren't they? There are people that are saying it's good. Only a small amount of rewriting and modern day insertion of the message. Only a small amount. Some might argue that a small amount is a small amount too much. Others don't mind that sort of thing. It's down to the individual, I suppose. Oh, Il-Ing likes it, for example. Il-Ing says, I saw it, I was effing blown away. Definitely lives up to the book. Incredible cinematography. See, there you go. That's a review, isn't it? Brian Thomas says, have we heard Better Than Justice yet today? No, not unless you played it. Not unless you played it. It has not been played on this stream. Il Fantastico Banana Joe the Scientist says, to train a muscle, OFC, full range of motion, but hold it close to the extreme position. Inhale, exhale, eat healthy. Hey, thank you. See, we just have a cool chat. We have just wisdom and coolness. Good advice. Laura Pip says, who's hoes? We meaning bitches. See, there you go. You see, that's what I was talking about the wholesome, delightful nature of this chat. Thank you, Laura Pip. It's very lovely. Whose choice is this? This is Chinchilla in Manila. This is financial advice.
If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe.
If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch,
you must first invent the universe. This is a time of great danger.
Danger!
But our species is young and curious and brave. It shows much promise. In the last few millennia, we have made the most astonishing and unexpected discoveries about the cosmos and our place within it. I believe our future depends powerfully on how well we understand the cosmos in which we float like a mote of dust in the morning sky.
Yeah!
If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent tour of the cosmic oceans. On the tour, we've learned most of what we know. Recently, we've waded a little way out, maybe ankle deep, and the water seems inviting. Some part of our being knows this is where we came from. We long to return, and we can. Because the cosmos is also within us.
There you go.
We're made of star stuff. We are a way for the cosmos to know itself.
If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the
It's a beautiful day to be alive. We give thanks to the ancestors for the miracle they bequeathed us. We vow to not squander this hitherto unimaginable opportunity. Meaningwave.
Very good point, well made. Thank you.
Beyond measure.
Thank you, radio guy.
Elegant truths of exquisite interrelationships of the awesome machinery of nature. Yeah. The cosmos is full beyond measure.
Full beyond measure.
Elegant truths of exquisite interrelationships.
Exquisite interrelationships.
Of the awesome machinery.
Awesome machinery.
Of nature.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Life is as kind as you let it be.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the freaking truth, yo? Radio guy knows his stuff, says Tommy Nation. Yeah, he do. That guy's cultured. He is mad cultured. Hey, Grant Delay, this one's for you, you bad motherfucker, you.
There is only one way to salvation, and that is to make yourself responsible for all men's sins. As soon as you make yourself responsible in all sincerity for everything and for everyone, you will see at once that this is really so, and that you are in fact to blame for everyone and for all things.
Dostoevsky, I think, said something like, every man is responsible for everything that happens to him and everything that happens to everyone else. Every man is responsible for everything that happens to him and everything that happens to everyone else. Every man is responsible for everything that happens to him and everything that happens to everyone else. Go! Every man is responsible for everything that happens to him and everything that happens to everyone else. Go! It's a crazy statement, right? It's a crazy statement, and he was a pretty extreme person in many, many ways. But there's a level at which that's metaphysically true. You know, because what happens is that it's failure to act often that's the most catastrophic. It's to not do the right thing when the situation presents itself. It's very specific. You know, you're constantly in situations where you could do the right thing if you were willing to take a risk that's actually of relatively moderate size. And you know that you can take the risk, and you know that you should take the risk, and you don't. Go! Every man is responsible for everything that happens to him and everything that happens to everyone else. Every man is responsible for everything that happens to him and everything that happens to everyone else. Every man is responsible for everything that happens to him and everything that happens to everyone else. Every man is responsible for everything that happens to him and everything that happens to everyone else.
Every man is responsible for everything that happens to him and everything that happens to everyone else. Grand delay. Shouts out to you. Every man is responsible for backing the Dunewave campaign so that Meaningwave can be taken to the masses on this new campaign. Hit the link in the description to go check it out. We have awesome perks. We have CDs. We got stickers. We got a mask, a flipping beautiful mask. The CDs will be signed. I will fly to Texas to our fulfillment center and sign them with my hand. This hand, this one that does that. First time I've been able to do that since the What's Wave record, because I was not allowed in the USA because I was too cool. I was just too cool. They're like, nope. We did give you a visa, yes, but you can't come in because you're too cool right now. I said fine. That's fine by me. I'm chilling here in Mexico. But now they're letting me back in, so I will fly in and I will sign your stuff. So order the stuff and then you will get it signed. Oh yeah, here's the thing as well. It's available worldwide now. That's why this says 0 claimed and it said 4 claimed earlier. Because we have adjusted things in the back end. Well, when I say we, I mean my beautiful wife, who does all that stuff, all that difficult stuff. It's now available worldwide, so if you're in Scandinavia or whatever it is, you can order. Postage is not cheap. That is completely out of our hands. That is in the realms of some things are in our control and others not. But you can now, in a worldwide crew, can now back this campaign. There were those of you I know who wanted to and could not and were upset. You weep no more. Weep no more. And for those of you that don't want things but want to support, you could be a supporter and get your name in the credits. You could do that. You could also be a producer and get a producer credit. And then you can sign up to IMDb and say you're a producer. And if you want, you could be a benefactor. You see that there? Benefactor. And that gets the cobalt. Is that cobalt? You get that. And you're a benefactor, and it's great. And you don't actually have to have your name in any credits if you don't want to, if you're one of those silent but deadly types. Either way, the important thing is that Meaningwave exists. And the Meditations too is heard by those that need to hear it. Meditations to the world. Meditations to the world. Meaningwave.com. Hang on, I think my buddy might have something to say about all this.
Make mine Meaningwave.
I agree.
Meaningwave.com. Because happiness is a side effect of meaning.
Yeah! I knew it!
What happens is the thing that they didn't oppose grows a little bit and they shrink a little bit and that starts a loop, hey? And so when you say, well, how do you take responsibility for the world? And the answer is, well, you also have to do it with a certain degree of humility, because what do you know?
This one goes out to Amanda Dances, who gave me dealer's choice on this. Play on demand, the individual, ordinary, everyday consciousness, and maybe could be possible. I mean, that was a good choice of choices, but I haven't listened to this song for a little while, and it gives me a tingly feeling.
Akira.
This song is very ASMR.
Greetings, thanks, and congratulations. The Kenya's graduating class of 2005.
There are these two young fish swimming along, and they happen to meet an older fish swimming the other way, who nods at them and says, "Morning, boys, how's the water?" And the two young fish swim on for a bit, and then eventually one of them looks over at the other and goes, "What the hell is water?" What the hell is water? What the hell is water? This is a standard requirement of U.S. commencement speeches, the deployment of didactic little parable-ish story. The story thing turns out to be one of the better, less bullshitty conventions of the genre. But if you're worried that I plan to present myself here as the wise older fish explaining what water is to you younger fish, please don't be. I am not the wise old fish. The point of the fish story is merely that the most obvious, important realities are often the ones that are hardest to see and talk about. Stated as an English sentence, of course, this is just a banal platitude. But the fact is that in the day-to-day trenches of adult existence, banal platitudes can have a life or death importance. Or so I wish to suggest to you on this dry and lovely morning. What the hell is water? 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 Of course, the main requirement of speeches like this is that I'm supposed to talk about your liberal arts education's meaning. To try to explain why the degree you're about to receive has actual human value instead of just a material payoff. So let's talk about the single most pervasive cliche in the commencement speech genre, which is that a liberal arts education is not so much about filling you up with knowledge as it is about, quote, teaching you how to think. If you're like me as a student, you've never liked hearing this, and you tend to feel a bit insulted by the claim that you've needed anybody to teach you how to think, since the fact that you even got admitted to a college this good seems like proof that you already know how to think. But I'm going to posit to you that the liberal arts cliche turns out not to be insulting at all. Because the really significant education in thinking that we're supposed to get in a place like this isn't really about the capacity to think, but rather about the choice of what to think about. If your total freedom of choice regarding what to think about seems too obvious to waste time discussing, I'd ask you to think about fish and water and to bracket for just a few minutes your skepticism about the value of the totally obvious. What the hell is water?
What the hell?
What the hell is water? 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 What the hell is water?
This one goes out to Amanda Dances.
What the hell is water?
Akira the Don, David Foster Wallace. What the hell is water from the Waterwave EP, a Meaningwave classic. It's the Meaningwave Live Super Request Show.
What the hell is water?
Super chat your request and get it played on everyone's favorite Meaningwave Live Super Request Show.
Water.
You are in control. You are the DJ now.
It's a beautiful day to be alive. We give thanks to the ancestors for the miracle they bequeathed us. We vow to not squander this hereto unimaginable opportunity. Meaningwave.
I had to get him to redo that once he pronounced hitherto incorrectly. He got the funk though, you know what I mean? He goes hard.
Akira.
training. They would do very traumatic things to you. Underwater with your scuba gear on, rip it off, rip your face mask off.
Mask off!
Regulator, hoses and knots.
Say mask on.
And eventually they do things that are so horrible to you that you have to come to the surface. And when you came to the surface, what they told you to do immediately was say the words, I feel fine. I feel fine. I feel fine. I feel fine.
I'll be booting that one. I like how this one starts.
Akira. Scuba training. They would do very traumatic things to you. Underwater with your scuba gear on, rip it off, rip your face mask off.
Mask on!
Regulator, hoses and knots. Just create mayhem. And eventually they do things that are so horrible to you that you have to come to the surface. And when you came to the surface, what they told you to do immediately was say the words, I feel fine. I feel fine. I feel fine. I feel fine. I feel. He said it was some proof that you were neurologically okay. I'm not believe that. I think what they were really doing was programming us. But when there's total mayhem and chaos, we get a chance to get our breath. Instead of freaking out, we just look up and say, I feel fine. Instead of freaking out, we just look up and say, I feel fine. 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 I feel fine.
Goes out to Casey. I feel fine, please. This one of them ones I'm like, why do this one? Yeah, it annoys me. I've not yet made a music video for it, but I do feel that way about pretty much all songs if they haven't got a music video. This is one of those mad useful songs. I be utilizing this all the time. How about you? I know my wife do too. I feel fine. I feel fine. I feel fine. Scuba says you look fine too, fella. Ah, you're a cutie. The mule is just flicking so nice today. I'm like, yeah, maybe I should condition my hair more often. You know? I know. Chris Dubendorf says silky mule today. Yeah, it's a silky mullet day. That's what it is. That's my advice.
Advice. No matter what kind of chaos and mayhem you are facing, look at the world and just say, I feel fine. Let's get something.
You got to get after it.
You do, you got to get after it. You do.
Meaningwave. Life is as kind as you let it be.
It is. All right, baby, I got you. Just let you sign off. Yeah. Certain records are more difficult to define than others. Oh, come on. There you go. Good. I got you, Chad. Says, can you play Do by Akira the Don and Jocko? Get after it. Yeah, I think we can do. I think that is something that we can do. I love this song.
Akira. I want to tell you something else, and I want to make this clear.
Jason Knight! Oh, then Jocko emojis in the chat. Let's go. Go! Don't just listen. Don't just listen.
I'm not just talking. So you know, I'm not just talking. I'm doing. And I don't want you to just listen. Put this information to work. Make today count. Every day.
Don't just listen. Go!
Just listen. Yeah. Go forward. Get aggressive and attack. Whether it's on the battlefield or on the beat. Or in the factory or on the farm or on the construction site or on the website. In the garage or in the firehouse. Don't hesitate.
Just listen. Now just listen. Just listen. Just listen.
Will ask you who you are, and if you don't know, it will tell you. Program or be programmed. Meaningwave. Wash your brain.
Wash your own brain. Wash your own brain, my guy. Whoa! Shouts out to Chad. Chad by name, Chad by choice of record. Chinchilla in Manila, what's up?
There happen to be whole, large parts of adult American life that nobody talks about in commencement speeches. One such part involves boredom, routine, and petty frustration. The parents and older folks here will know all too well what I'm talking about.
By way of example, let's say it's an average adult day and you get up in the morning, go to your challenging white-collar college graduate job, and you work hard for 8 or 10 hours, and at the end of the day you're tired and somewhat stressed, and all you want is to go home and have a good supper and maybe unwind for an hour and then hit the sack early, because of course you have to get up the next day and do it all again. But then you remember there's no food at home. You haven't had time to shop this week because of your challenging job. And so now after work, you have to get in your car and drive to the supermarket. it's the end of a workday, and the traffic is apt to be very bad. Very bad. Very bad. So getting to the store takes way longer than it should. And when you finally get there, the supermarket is very crowded because, of course, it's the time of day when all the other people with jobs also try to squeeze in some grocery shopping. And the store is hideously fluorescently lit and infused with soul-killing muzak or corporate pop. And it's pretty much the last place you want to be. But you can't just get in and quickly out. You have to wander all over the huge, overlit store's confusing aisles to find the stuff you want. And you have to maneuver your junky cart through all these other tired, hurried people with carts. And eventually, you get all your supper supplies, except now it turns out there aren't enough checkout lanes open, even though it's the end of the day rush. So the checkout line is incredibly long, which is stupid and infuriating. Stupid and infuriating. Which is stupid and infuriating. Stupid and infuriating. But you can't take your frustration out on the frantic lady working the register, who is overworked at a job whose daily tedium and meaninglessness surpasses the imagination of any of us here at a prestigious college. But anyway, you finally get to the checkout line's front, and you pay for your food and get told to have a nice day in a voice that is the absolute voice of death. And then you have to take your creepy, flimsy plastic bags of groceries in your cart with the one crazy wheel that pulls maddeningly to the left, all the way out through the crowded, bumpy, littery parking lot. And then you have to drive all the way home through slow, heavy, SUV-intensive rush hour traffic, et cetera, et cetera. Everyone here has done this, of course, but it hasn't yet been part of you graduates' actual life routine, day after week, after month, after year, 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 day after week, after month, after year. But it will be. And many more dreary, annoying, seemingly meaningless routines besides. But that is not the point. The point is that petty, frustrating crap like this is exactly where the work of choosing is going to come in. Because the traffic jams and crowded aisles and long checkout lines give me time to think. And if I don't make a conscious decision about how to think and what to pay attention to, I'm going to be pissed and miserable every time I have to shop. Because my natural default setting is the certainty that situations like this are really all about me. About my hungriness and my fatigue and my desire to just get home. And it's going to seem for all the world like everybody else is just in my way. And who are all these people in my way? And look at how repulsive most of them are and how stupid and cow-like and dead-eyed and non-human they seem in the checkout line. Or at how annoying and rude it is that people are talking loudly on cell phones in the middle of a line. And look at how deeply, personally unfair this is. Or, of course, if I'm in a more socially conscious liberal arts form of my default setting, I can spend time in the end-of-the-day traffic being disgusted about all the huge, stupid, lane-blocking SUVs and Hummers and V12 pickup trucks burning their wasteful, selfish 40-gallon tanks of gas. And I can dwell on the fact that the patriotic or religious bumper stickers always seem to be on the biggest, most disgustingly selfish vehicles, driven by the ugliest. This is an example of how not to think. after month after year. Day after week 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 after month after year.
Supermarket, David Foster Wallace, with that Water Wave EP. Yo, that's crazy. That's like one of the hardest singers that ever been zinged. And that's a lot of people's favorite Meaningwave record. Like Meaningwave connoisseurs, you know what I mean? People who appreciate the rare stuff. Shouts out to Meaningwave connoisseurs. Charles Ray, who's the speaker? David Foster Wallace, my brother. Do Evans, what's up? Says make it beautiful. Like you do with these songs. Thank you. Hopefully you haven't played it yet. I missed the first little bit. No, I haven't played it. You know what I mean? I have not played it, and so that means we can play it, and that's nice, isn't it? So.
It's a beautiful day to be alive. We give thanks to the ancestors for the miracles they bequeathed us. We vow now to squander this hitherto unimaginable opportunity. Meaningwave, more than music.
What I know.
British people be asleep.
No! Without that beauty, there's no call to higher being. This is also why I've mentioned to people that they should clean up their rooms. That's become quite the internet meme. But I'm really serious about it because it's really hard to do that. It isn't just that you clean it up. Make it beautiful. 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 It's really hard to make something beautiful. Make it beautiful. It's really worthwhile. Make it beautiful. It's really hard to make something beautiful. Make it beautiful. It's
worthwhile.
What's really cool is if you learn to make something beautiful, even one thing, if you could just make one thing in your life beautiful, then you've established a relationship with beauty, and then you can start to expand that relationship with beauty out into the world, like into other elements of your life, and that is so worthwhile. It's just incredibly, crazily worthwhile. Make it beautiful. 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 It's really hard to make something beautiful. Make it beautiful. And it's really worthwhile. Make it beautiful. It's really hard to make something beautiful. Make it beautiful. And it's really worthwhile. Make it beautiful.
Step House Palmer.
Make it beautiful.
This music is fuel for my soul. You are breathtaking.
Make it beautiful. It's really hard to make something beautiful. Make it beautiful. It's really worthwhile. Make it beautiful. It's really hard to make something beautiful. Make it beautiful. It's really worthwhile. People are terrified of it. People are terrified of color. They paint their walls beige. They're terrified of art. They buy some mass-produced thing because they don't want anybody laughing at them for their lack of taste. And they would get laughed at because they have no taste. But you have to, well, it's right, because what do you know, right? You have to develop it. And so you're going to stumble along and make mistakes to begin with. And you're going to show yourself, because if you buy, I think this is pretty, and somebody comes over and goes, hey, what's up with you? It's kind of hard on your self-esteem, but it's you're stumbling towards the right. You're stumbling towards the kingdom of God. That's what you're stumbling towards when you try to make an aesthetic decision. Make it beautiful. Make it beautiful. Make it beautiful. Make it beautiful.
JBP Face in the chat, let's go. More love, JBP Face.
It's really worthwhile.
Let's get it.
Beautiful. It's really hard to make something beautiful. Make it beautiful. It's really worthwhile.
up, Casey?
Absolutely terrifying to people because beauty highlights what's ugly.
What up, Chase Ray?
And so if you start...
Charles Ray, I swear my room gets 10% nicer over the course of a week whenever I hear this song.
Starts to glow.
It's funny how that works, huh?
In the worst sense. It's terribly dangerous. That's why people are afraid of beauty, but it's the greatest thing you can do. Beautiful things are beautiful for a reason. That beauty has depth, like it's real depth, man. That's what gets you in touch with the transcendent and the divine is beauty. You introduce that into your room, you're playing with fire. And people will resist it. Make it beautiful. 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 It's really hard to make something beautiful. Make it beautiful. It's really worthwhile. Make it beautiful. It's really hard to make something beautiful. Make it beautiful. It's really worthwhile. I was in this museum a while back. It was full of these paintings from the late Renaissance. There's like a dozen of them in this one room. Every painting on that wall was worth $300 million, like minimum. You couldn't buy those paintings. Like there was like a dozen of them in there. I thought, wow, there's like $3.6 billion worth of paintings in this room, and people are making pilgrimages from all over the world just to look at them. It's like, what the hell's going on? It's like, yeah, no kidding. What the hell's going on? There's beauty in those paintings. There's beauty and it's magnificent. And part of what it does is say you aren't who you should be. That's what beauty does to you. That's why you're intimidated by a beautiful woman. A staggeringly beautiful woman. It's like, oh my God. You know, attracted for sure, but definitely intimidated. It's like, well, that's because you aren't who you could be. Beauty does that to you because beauty has that contrast.
Oh! Going out to Dewey Evans. Appreciate you, brother. Make it beautiful. Aesthetic version from the JBP Wave Aesthetic LP. Samples an old Akira the Don song called Oh, a Glorious Thing. Actually samples the demo version and the album version. If you can't sample yourself, who can you sample? You can't sample yourself, who can you sample? Julia Hines always makes a beautiful message, not always, often makes a beautiful message at this point of a certain kind of a stream. It's always just a beautiful thing to look at. You don't even have to read it, you just see it and it's beautiful. Julia Hines, bang on time, says, hey, Mass Fam, just hopped on stream and my favorite is playing. Of course it is. Akira the Don always makes it beautiful. Love you all. What a lovely thing to say. Hey, chat. God bless you. And what happened was Dewey played that because he knew you were coming in. Dewey selected that.
Meaningwave, because music is everything.
It's a beautiful day to be alive here at the peak of recorded human civilization.
That's not the song I was going to play. This is the song I'm going to play. No, it's not this one. Marcus Aurelius emojis in the chat. Let's go.
If you discover in life anything better than justice, self-control, truth and courage in this life, anything better than a mind satisfied, has succeeded in enabling you to like rationality, satisfied to accept what's beyond his control. If you discover in life anything better than justice, don't let go. If you find anything better than that, embrace it without reservations, enjoy it to the full. But if nothing higher is revealed than the very divinity that's within you, the thing that's injected is held to all your appetites, examines all your thoughts, as Socrates used to say. Detach yourself from sense and submit it to the gods, and cares for all mankind. And if you find there's nothing of greater value than this, you look for nothing else, for anything that might lead you astray, might tempt you off the path and leave you unable to devote yourself completely to achieving the honor, the goodness that is uniquely yours. It would be wrong for anything to stand in the way. The applause of the crowd, be it power, be it pleasure, all might seem to be compatible with it for a while, but suddenly they control us and sweep us away. If we discover in life anything better than justice, self-control, truth and courage in this life, anything better than a mind satisfied, that has succeeded in enabling you to act rationality and satisfied to accept what's beyond his control. If you discover in life anything better than justice, don't let go. So I say simply, if you're on free will, pick the better and stick to it. And what's best is for the better, for that's what benefits me as a rational being, as a rational being. But as an animal, just say so and stand your ground without making a show. Just make sure you make a choice that won't betray you. Discovering anything better than justice, self-control, truth and courage in this life, anything better than a mind satisfied, that has succeeded in enabling you to like rationality and satisfied to accept what's beyond his control. If you discover in life anything better than justice, don't let go, don't let go, don't let go, don't let go, don't let go.
Life is as kind as you let it be.
Better than justice. That was Better Than Justice. That is the first single from Meditations, Volumen 2. Meditations Volume 2. Right around this time, what we normally say, thank you for being here, and I will say that. Thank you for being here. One would also often say something along the lines of
Meaningwave.com, because happiness is a side effect of meaning.
And it is true that this broadcast is brought to you by Meaningwave.com, because Meaningwave is happiness is a side effect of meaning. It's true. But if you want to support Meaningwave right now, we would suggest that you check out the campaign for Meditations Volume 2. We're doing a crowdfunding campaign to raise funds to promote and maximize the opportunity that is Meditations Volume 2. It's an opportunity for epic music to reach people who need epic music, and we want to make amazing music videos for it. We want to promote that stuff. We want to go to the US and go on some podcasts and TV shows and things like that. We want to do a Meaningwave meetup, all right? And we want to do live show type situations. That's what we want to do, and we need your help to do it. So head on over to the link in the description for the Indiegogo campaign and check that out. There's lots of ways for you to support the thing. You can get CDs, you can get my incredible mask, you can get a thank you, you can get a shout out, you can get a credit on the record and in the associated videos, or you can get just the peace of mind that knows that you've done your part. So anyway, and also what you can do is listen to this song on repeat with the lyric video that's up there and isn't anywhere else at this point, including YouTube. Even though it's an embedded YouTube player. So you can go there and play this a bunch and jump up. Pogo. This is one of them tunes for pogoing. You know what I mean? You can pogo to this. If you've never pogoed, look it up and maybe have a go at pogoing. You know what I mean? Dewey Evans says a live show would be sick. How's about Will? Free Consciousness says Vegas live show. Make it so. Only you can save mankind. You know what I mean? Some things are in our control and others not. And, this is in your control. So if you want this shit to happen, then let's make it happen and let's get it cracking. Baby! Boom! And you gotta visualize, right? You wanna visualize a gang of, Meaningwave aficionados, wave riding individuals in Marcus Aurelius masks going crazy at this point of the song. Mosh pit! You dick! Thank you for being here tonight, you beautiful things. Thank you, Axel Stacks, Walking More Poet, Chinchilla and Manila, Letitia, Fool Killer, Multiverse Media Space, Shecky, Mike Can, Scoops82, happy birthday, you bad motherfucker. Christian Pagnay, Chinchilla and Manila, Order, Chad, Casey, Ambaye, Lambaye, Free Consciousness, Axel Stacks from the start. All of y'all, Kimberly Novinsky, God bless you. What he said was, Grand Delay, Amanda Dances, and Julia Hines. Thank you to all who supported this thing. Thank you everyone who was hanging out. And if you want to see Meaningwave enter the IIL, then check out the Indiegogo campaign. Marcus Aurelius, Akira the Dawn, Meditations to the world! Bye, Joe! We'll be back. Love to you and your family. Good night and God bless.
You're listening to Akira the Don, artist, DJ, wavelord, and architect of the Meaningwave universe.